Good morning, brothers and sisters. May the Lord bless you. I would like to testify to give the glory and honor to the Lord. The Lord told me in prophecy when I was new in the church that He will transform me. He will change me. He will remove my shyness. The first time I went to the church, I saw 4 people gathered. 2 of them were Spanish speaking and other one was from Australia and another one was Filipino. When I saw them, I felt so shy, thinking that I should not be in that place with them because they were rich people and I am just an ordinary person. But when the Bible study began, I was happy and I was amazed of how Sister Maria Luisa explained verses in the Bible and how she would answer the questions. This made me realize that this is a true church because they teach us what is in the Bible. She does not speak of her own, but she only speaks what is in the Bible. When I went home, I texted my friend to invite me in the church that I like the Bible study. I continue to attend the Bible study every Saturday. As I continue to congregate, the feeling of shyness is getting stronger. That made me think not to congregate anymore. I would tell the Lord in prayer that, Lord, maybe this is not my church because I didn't see 4 people coming. You told me that I will serve you, but how could I serve you if there is no 4 people coming in your church? How could those farmers, fishermen, construction workers, or even street sweeper could congregate if the church is in the 14th floor of this condominium? And if I myself felt so shy to congregate, how much more those farmers? But the Lord answered me in prophecy that this is my church and He will remove my shyness and He will show me in dreams how He will change me, and the Lord does. Years passed by, the enemy placed many traps and difficulties in my life. I have experienced many difficult situations that would make me feel less, as well made me again think many times not to continue going to the church, for I am not worthy to congregate anymore. But God, in His endless mercy upon me, He didn't allow it to happen. God sustained me in those moments of difficulties, telling me to continue in His path, and He will not allow me to fail because those difficulties the enemy placed upon me so that I will not continue in His path. The Lord also told me in prophecy that He will remove shackles and old roots of doctrine. He told me that the enemy placed many shackles even when I was in the womb, but He will remove those shackles even though I do not know the gravity of those shackles. He will remove the shackles piece by piece. He will give me deliverance. The Lord always told me He wants me to be very courageous because this path is narrow and it is for the brave. I couldn't imagine myself to be very courageous because every time I heard the commandments of the Lord and I want to do it, I could feel hard to follow. It's difficult for me to submit to His will. There is something in my heart and mind that restrained me to follow. This made me feel anguish. The Lord in His mercy, I saw His manifestation. Little by little, He removed those shackles. He changed my mindset and concepts as He promised me. He changed my concept that in His church there is no rich or poor, that the Lord does not look at the status nor race of a person, but He looks at a heart that is willing to accept Him. I am witness of the power of God through the great deliverance He has done in me, and I have learned through my experience when the Lord gave deliverance, it is easier for me to follow Him, to do His will. I learned the great importance of deliverance in my spiritual life. It's hard for me before to submit to His will, but now it's getting easier. Before, everything seems difficult for me to praise the Lord and to pray, even to trust in Him. I struggle to submit to His will, but when the Lord started to give me deliverance, those difficulties were removed little by little, and now I feel peace. I will also testify the Lord told me in prophecy 2 years ago not to worry what to come. He told me that He will give me money through other people and not to forget His part, and I should testify this. In this time of pandemic, I do not have enough money to pay for my 2 months' rent. I prayed to the Lord, reminding Him of His promise. Brothers and sisters, last January, the Lord gave me money through a friend whom I didn't see for a long time. The Lord gave me money of 30,000 pesos. Through this money, I was able to pay for my rent and for its tithes. This I testify to give the glory and honor to the Lord.
Good afternoon. I would like to share what happened to me. Since I was little, I've always suffered from earaches due to the fact that they don't produce any earwax, and therefore the doctors have prohibited me to bathe in rivers and pools because it's not convenient for me. And I've never had the opportunity to congregate at the Church of God Ministry of Jesus Christ International, but rather my uncle has been providing me the links to the reflections imparted by our sister Maria Luisa. And during one of those reflections that I got to hear, John 17, I felt a very warm hand pressed against my right ear, and thanks to the Lord, I haven't felt any pain, and my ear has been feeling better.
To me when I falter, His peace to me He did impart. If I am happy, my joy increases.
I testify for the honor and glory of God, and the support that God has given to our sister Maria Luisa, a prophet of the church. Brothers and sisters, I share with you that some relatives who do not attend church have a 1-year-old girl who began having health problems and difficulties. They took her to the hospital, and there they received news that were not good nor encouraging. The prognosis was a blood disease. The prognosis was quite serious. The diagnosis from the doctors was that this has treatment, but that it was a very, very delicate matter. Brothers and sisters, once we found out about this problem, we immediately sent them sermons from Sister Maria Luisa. We talked to them about the church. We talked to them about how to pray. That same night, they listened to the sermon, and we also prayed to God. And such a great surprise of how great is God, and what a great support God gives to the beloved servant of the Lord, to Sister Maria Luisa. The next morning, everything changed. The prognosis of the doctors was different. That they would say that the girl only needed minor treatment and that she could go back home in a few days. I tell you that morning they sent us a photo where the girl was smiling, and we realized that God had performed the work, that God had healed her. The glory is to God. Brothers and sisters, I testify for the honor and glory of our God.
He is my confidence and my hope. Fill my heart with your power divine.
The Lord, through prophecy, said not to worry about my husband because He was going to bless him greatly. The Lord promised He will give my husband knowledge and wisdom to learn His word. Brothers and sisters, my husband started reading the Bible after seeing me read the Bible every day in the mornings. I invited him to listen to the Bible studies, and I told him that God supported Sister Maria Luisa to teach us the doctrine clearly and in an easy way to understand. He accepted the invitation, and now he is the first one to get ready to watch Sister Maria Luisa's and Brother Carlos Alberto's teachings. I am very happy and joyful because the Lord has fulfilled His word, and in my home, my son, his wife, and my granddaughters, we all get together to watch the live streams. The Lord healed my husband from an illness he had in his throat that required him to take many antibiotics. My husband prayed to God during all of the teachings to heal him, to deliver him from this illness, and the Lord healed him. The Lord delivered him. I testify to honor and to glorify the name of the Lord.
Divine, fill my heart with your power divine. Fill my heart with your power divine.
Brothers and sisters, I testify that I do not have internet service, but the Lord is so marvelous that He allowed. He touched the hearts of brothers and sisters who call us every day at the time the sermon is about to begin, and they place their cell phones by their computer, and this is how we can enjoy receiving the sermons and the reflections. And also I testify that I have some neighbors, and I have a bird at home who sings, and my neighbors were curious and they wanted to meet my bird. And one day they asked if they could come to meet her. And I said, yes, of course. And so they came to meet my bird a few minutes before the sermon was to begin. And they asked if they could stay to hear the sermon. And I said, yes, of course. And they stayed to hear the sermon. And from that moment, they have fallen in love with the Lord, and they come and stay, and they're waiting for the church to be open because they are prepared to follow the Lord. And I also testify, brothers and sisters, that one of my children was sick, and to the glory of the Lord, there was no need to take him to the hospital because the Lord healed him. And I feel joyful, and I want to give the glory and honor to the Lord.